Bundy Aki is a virus, and Andrew Osborne is my immune system. Rugby. Whew, hello, I am back. What did I miss? Par for the course then. Let's just ignore any of that and dive into the rugby update, starting with my beloved URC.
For the Welsh regions now, with the lower salary caps, and a lot of players.
Round 5 started with Ulster hosting the Ospreys. Both sides started the season a little rough, but Ulster are righting the ship. The Ospreys are not. It doesn't help that their ship budget is like Safa level and 40% of their sailors are injured. Too many boat things. The golf inequality showed as a much younger than you think Jacob Stockdale played another blinder, giving the hosts a 36-12 victory.
Yeah, so are we.
At the same time on Friday night, the Bulls were visiting the Scarlets to try and get an all-important win on the road. Unfortunately, it was another night of brandy glasses going through TV screens because another Bull got sent off with a red card, and that red card has been rescinded again. That's 2 games in a row now. As a quick aside, I was asked during and after the game what I thought about the ref's performance and especially about that call. Now, I don't think I've ever said this explicitly, or if I have, I can't remember, but I do not give a fuck about the ref. I will never rate their performances, I will never go into who they are, their mannerisms, where they're from, or even their names. I don't want to know any of that. I might give my opinion on a call every now and again, but I will definitely always try to blame the team for a loss and never the ref. You should try it. It makes watching rugby a lot more fun. Anyway, back to the rugby. The Bulls lost every line-out that mattered, tackled at 77% and gave up 7 turnovers in a dramatic 23-22 loss to the improving Scarlets.
This, I think, is going to be a battle up front. So away we go in Parma.
The first game on Saturday was in Parma, where Zebre are looking a little bit harder to beat than in years gone by. They hosted the Lions in terrible conditions, so it means the game was a bit shit. Only one try broke the pattern of knock-on, scrum, penalty, sloppy line-out, knock-on, scrum, penalty the other way, rinse and repeat. The try was scored by the visiting Lions and it was just enough to give them a 1-point win. 9-10 the final score, and the Lions still unbeaten through 4 games.
So we're underway.
To a much drier Durban we went next, where a fully loaded, bought and paid for Shark side took on the champions Glasgow. It took the hosts some effort to get over the Warriors, and the battle between Josh Mackay and Apalele Fassi was particularly watchable. The hosts did build a comfortable lead in the second half that was enough to see them take the win, even though, just like against the Bulls last year, the Warriors were allowed to score 2 late tries and get 2 bonus points. Points that I'm sure will not be harming anyone's chances later in the year.
It's been 5 months, so it's been a long time between drinks. Can the Stormers buck?
Even though the Stormers have been playing a bit shit, their fans still turn out in numbers every year. It happened again this past weekend as the hosts tried to beat Munster at their 5th attempt. Why would you not want to go watch? I wish I could have watched it because the chaos brought by Gelant and Damien and Zassen Hartzenberg is just barely contained by Nel and Duplessis in the midfield. And they just about managed it this time to finally get one over Munster with a tidy 34-19 win. Their climb up the log is starting.
A pleasant evening in the Scottish capital, cold but clear, an excitable high of the stage.
I also couldn't watch the Edinburgh versus Cardiff game because I was watching a dance concert in a school hall. Highly recommended. From what I've seen, it looks like Cardiff made life pretty tough for Edinburgh before the hosts' classy wingers came into the game and carried them to a pretty dominant 28-7 scoreline.
Connacht, third interprovincial derby in the opening 5.
I might have missed those last 2 games, but I am very happy I caught the match between Connacht and Leinster at the dog track. It was pure comedy. The strong win, combined with box kicks, was comedy. Bundy murdering the younger Osborne after a hospital pass from his older brother was comedy. Archie Snyman making best league players look just as silly as the Japanese salarymen we laughed at in 2019 was comedy. And the fact that Archie has now started 3 good games in a row for Leinster, something that he never managed while playing at Munster, was the most comedy of all. Anyway, Leinster used the wind at their backs well in the first half and put up an unassailable 19 half-time points on the way to a comfy 12-33 win.
Okay,
There's Lloyd Evans, the ever-present Lloyd Evans at 10 this season.
Last match of the week, and the Dragons went down at home again. This time against Benetton. The Italians are starting to look like the playoff contenders they were last year again, and the hosts could not keep up with them. 21-31 the final score to cap off another fun weekend of the URC. We now only have one weekend of matches left before there's a break for the November internationals in November. I would say that teams that are on only one win should have alarm bells going off in their change rooms, but everybody above them up to 6th only have 2 wins. So the season isn't really over for anyone just yet. I especially refuse to believe any sob stories out of Limerick. Munster always starts slow, so this pattern is nothing new for me. The Stormers and the Sharks travel very poorly, so they should be climbing the log from now on that they are home. And unfortunately, that probably means that Edinburgh and Cardiff will be going down. You gotta swap with someone. Champions Glasgow still look very slick, and the Bulls look slick for 40 minutes at a time. Then we have the unbeatables. Leinster currently sit at the top with a full 25 points out of a possible 25. But just like Munster's little sob story, you should not believe Leinster's lock position ever. There's well-known history for why that position doesn't matter. What's more, their unbeaten run is about to butt up against the best team in the world from Doornfontein. The Lions have been putting up some serious numbers in the early rounds of the URC, and I'm sure I'll be sitting here with a smug look of victory on my face next week. We just have to beat that thing in Dublin. Easy peasy. So what else happened in rugby? Let's see. Let's just go through it quickly because it's all old news. First up, apparently Johnny Sexton's got a book coming out. Enjoy that if you want. World Rugby are about to trial a whole bunch of law variations that they say players, coaches, referees and fans alike are all really excited about. Haven't seen that, but okay. All I can really say is 2 things. 1, the impact of these variations will probably be a lot smaller than we think. And 2, teams with bigger depth will probably be the ones that can mitigate any negative impacts better. So who are you really helping? Speaking of the box, their squad for the Northern Tour has just been announced, so here's my fresh reaction. No second, third or fourth takes. Anyways, Thomas de Tooy, Vincent Koch, Frans Malherbe, Oxenche, Gerard Steenekamp. Those are the props. Nothing to complain about. These are the guys that have been doing the job for us throughout the year. It's just sad that Steven Kitshoff might never play for the box again. I hope he's okay. Same thing with the hookers, Bongi Mbonambi and Malcolm Marks. I trust these guys. Then we have Jan Hendrik Wessels as the utility guy. I don't know what's going on there. I'm too dumb to understand the front row. Maybe they know. They definitely know more than me. In the locks, we've got Eben Etzebeth, Franco Mostert, Ruan Nortje and RG Snyman. There's nothing more to ask for. These guys are incredible. I can't wait to see them play. Then in the back row, we've got Pieter Stef du Toit. Nice. Sia Kolisi. Nice. Ulrich Louw. Nice. Quagga Smith. Nice! Marco van Staden. Yes! Jasper Wiese. Nice! Love all these guys, but would really have loved to see Cameron Hanekom there. He's been so good and better than Marco van Staden? Possibly. But they've really put a lot into Marco, so they trust him. Then, to the backs, we've got Jaden Hendrikse, Kobus Reinach, Grant Williams. Also, all very good. And it's starting to look like this team is there to win everything. No experimentation this time. Okay, and fly off. Mani Lebok and Handré Pollard. World Cup winners. No Sasha Feinberg and Gomezulu. His knee is super duper buggered, so these guys will carry us through. I trust them. Hopefully not a lot of rain for Mani. Then in the centers, we've got Lucanio Am, Damien de Allende, Andre Esterhuizen, Jesse Creel. This is like the ultimate quartet, just like the locks. What more could you want? I don't think there's many other players in the world that can bump any of these guys out of the side. At the back, we've got Kurtley Arendse, Apelele Fassi, Cheslin Colby, Willie Leroux, Makazole Mapimpi, Canon Moody, and Damien Willemse. It's a who's who. The gang's all here. That whole side is maybe even stronger than the team that just won the rugby championship. I'm excited. I do hope we win everything. I want to go through my last video again. It took me out for like a month apparently. And hopefully this video won't take me out for another month. It's over now and I hope to see you all next week. to talk about the Lions' incredible win in Dublin. I'm dreaming about it. I'm believing about it. Bye.